everyone, I'm Adrienne Casey, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the beginning of skateboarding. I'm going to go over what to wear with proper protection, and also buying your board, and also the basics of standing and balance, and finally riding your skateboard. What to wear is a very important part of skateboarding because no matter what, you are going to fall. It's just part of skateboarding. And so you want to make sure you're properly protected every time you ride your board. You can usually go to pretty much any store in the sporting goods section and find any protection, like you need helmets, knee pads, and also elbow pads, just to make sure every time you fall that you at least won't get hurt too bad. And then also proper shoes are a very important part of skateboarding because you can't wear heels, you can't wear flip-flops or sandals. That will not work. You will have to get what they call skater shoes, and you can usually find those in the stores where I go are Zumiez or Journeys, and you want to find some that are just kind of loose fit but still kind of snug. And some good brands would be like DC, Etnies, or Circa. Those are some of the main brands. And also an iPod is kind of an accessory that some skateboarders use. They just use it mostly just to kind of cruise around, just kind of listen to music. It's an optional thing, but lots of skateboarders do use it. So once you have the proper protection, shoes, and accessories, the next step is picking out your board. So this is a very important part because it kind of really determines what type of riding you're going to be doing. You can actually go to ccs.com, and that will help you figure out, you can actually build a board from the ground up. You can pick out the deck, you can pick out the wheels and trucks, everything that you're going to need specific to what you want. Or if you don't want to do that, you can actually go into a specific store, and then you can pick out everything right there, and they build it right in front of you, which is kind of nice because it's kind of neat to see how everything is put together on your board. Or if you even don't want to do that, you can go to the sporting goods section of a store, and they also have boards already for you. You can just go buy it. It's on the cheaper end, so it's kind of just quick and easy. But if you actually do choose to build your own board, you can go to the store or online and choose out your deck, which is kind of fun because that's what has all the writing on it, which would be all this fun stuff. It does get scuffed up after a while, but it is kind of fun just to pick out something you like yourself. And then also the next would be your wheels. You usually want to buy a little more expensive wheels because you want some that really spin and go for a long time, so you can really push for a long time. And then these are your trucks that your boards go on, and then your bolts, and then your grip tape, which is the sticky part that your feet stick to. So then after you're set with picking out your board, we want to talk about the basics of standing and balance. So if I could have my volunteer come up, I'll show you exactly what we do. It's just a quick and easy way to figure out exactly which foot you're going to stand on and which one you're going to push with. So we usually just, whoever's going to be riding, we just push them. And so she fell forward on her right foot first. So what we usually do that would now then be her standing foot. So this is where she would stand, and then this would be her pushing foot. Thank you, Caitlin. All right. And then, so standing on your board and finding your balance is the next spot. So basically, it's all skateboarding is about balance. You want to find your balance, you find your center, because if you don't have any balance, you're going to be all over and you're going to be falling over. So that's a very important part. So just first of all, just kind of just scoot around a little bit on the board, just kind of get used to feeling on riding on 4 wheels as opposed to 2 feet. And then just kind of make sure you can move around a little bit, and then you're going to want to stand on it. You want to just kind of move around a little bit and kind of just get used to that. And then you also want to make sure your feet are in the proper place. You don't want to have your 2 feet together in the middle or all the way to the side. You want your whichever foot you're standing on, to be on these front bolts here, which are here, these 4 bolts. And then you want your back foot, once you're actually going, back here on these bolts. Or when you're actually turning or doing a trick, most of the time you have your pushing foot on this back upper part here, so you can maneuver a lot easier. Okay, so now I'm taking you through the steps of standing and balance. Now we're ready to start riding, which is a really fun part. Gets all exciting. First part is starting to push. Now this can be a little scary at first because you're not used to it, But once you start getting your balance and everything, you can just go really easy. You want to go full long pushes. You don't want any choppy ones. You want ones that are long and full and even, so you can get lots of speed to go up ramps and do different tricks. And then the next step after that is turning. You're going to want to, it's all about balance again. That just keeps factoring in skateboarding. To like turn one way, you know, you just go on the balls of your feet, and then on the other, turn another way, you just go on the heels of your feet, and that determines, you know, where you're turning. And then also the next step is stopping, which is definitely important in skateboarding, because if you can't stop, well, that's not a good thing. It's really easy. Just basically, if you're going, just put your foot down. It's simple as that. Or if once you get a little bit more experienced, you can actually just put your feet, as you're standing here, just put it on this back part here, up on the part that goes up, and then just put your foot back, and then it goes like this and slides against the pavement, and then you stop. But that's a little bit more experience. And then after that, that's just the basics of the skateboarding. That's just the 1, 2, 3 steps through it. And then after that, you can start doing more difficult tricks as you start getting more comfortable. But just basically the biggest part is getting over your fear. Because if you're going to have the fear of falling, you're not going to go far in this sport. You're going to want to just get over that fear and just go fast and just go for it. And then you'll excel really fast in this sport. So just remember to get the proper gear and pick out your board and remember your center and your balance. And then just ride to your heart's content. Thank you very much.